What's up, guys? It's Chris Moulton and Drew Martin. It's the Union Report coming to you once again from our studio. We have a special guest with us today, Lucas Orlebeck. He is a participant in the MBFC Open tryout a couple weekends ago. How you doing today, Lucas?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing great. So we want to just jump into the interview just to kind of give a little bit behind the scenes look as far as what goes on at open tryouts for, those of us that are maybe a little past our prime, if you catch my drift. So can you tell us a little bit about your soccer experience?
So, I got very little soccer experience. I played until I was like 5 in like the rec league out there.
Okay.
But then just didn't play much until I played like recently a little bit.
Okay.
But that was like with like friends and stuff, like my cousins. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
So no Arsenal Academy at
No,
7 years old or anything like that? And what was your reasoning behind going out for the open tryout with Monterey Bay?
Why not? It was a legit like not spur of the moment, but kind of spur of the moment where
Okay.
why not? Might be fun.
Okay.
And going into it, like, what were your honest expectations for yourself in terms of how you thought you would do?
I had no expectations. I didn't think I was gonna do like amazingly or like because again I have like very little if no experience, so I didn't really expect anything. I was just out there doing whatever.
Was it fun?
Oh yeah, it was really fun. I had a blast.
Awesome. And what would you say with the other participants around you? What was like the range of talent like? How many players would you say are like serious players that might actually have a legitimate shot versus, people that were just out there for the fun of it?
Well, they were all better than me. But yeah, no, there were tons of good players out there. I'd say overall it was a lot more serious rather than, being like me just out there for the love of the game. But yeah, it was a lot more serious maybe than I thought it was going to be. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I thought it was a good experience.
And Lucas, can you give us an example of maybe like some of the drills or like scrimmages type stuff that you did while you were at the open tryout?
So it was a lot of warm-ups and then obviously like, the 11v11. But they were pretty clear like go out there, be yourself, have fun. Don't get too caught up on any of your mistakes, all that stuff.
Okay.
So it was a lot of just play your heart out rather than like drills and stuff. But yeah.
And so clearly they set an expectation early, but how intense did you feel the scrimmages and things were?
Okay, for me they're gonna be intense because
Yeah.
I have no experience, but
I'd be like, when's lunch being served?
Yeah.
right. I don't have a whole lot of stamina, so it was kind of intense for me. Everybody else, they were, some people were out there, it's called struggling, but that was more so just since this is most of our first time playing with each other, so it was going to be intense in that aspect. But other than that, I don't think it was set up as a super intense environment.
Oh, okay. So they wanted kind of guys to be comfortable while they were trying out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And thinking back to when you were at that camp, can you think of any one like really good piece of advice or instruction you either got from a coach or another one of the players?
It really just was give your heart out on defense while you're on offense. And what was it that Jordan said? Just don't, just always keep your head up. Keep looking forward. Don't get caught up on your mistakes. If that happens, then it's in the past.
Yeah. Now, without naming any names, thinking back to the people you were playing with and against there, is there anyone that stuck out to you as like, wow, this person might actually have like a legitimate chance to get an invite from the club?
100%. There were like probably like 3 or 4 people who I was like, and that's like on my team that like I thought like, yo, these guys are super good. I could see them like genuinely getting an invite. And there were other people on other teams that I thought was like, whoa, they're a high level. They're like their levels to this way levels higher than I am.
I guess we'll see if any of them end up getting invites.
I hope so. Like they were all awesome to be around.
Yes, and now the key question is, did you get an invite back?
No, I did not.
No? Well, that's a bummer. Just not on the list of questions, but how many guys total? Because you said there was 11v11 and you had a team and there was another team. Was there multiple 11s there?
Yeah, so there were I think 4 teams in Yeah, I think there were 4 teams in total. So 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11.
Okay, math. I don't do that. But...
A bunch.
Me neither.
Do you have any follow-up questions that you can think of, Andrew?
I don't. It sounds like a really cool experience, and I'm assuming you're glad that you did it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I know you got to run because the Gunners, big Arsenal fan right here, they're about to kick off in like 8 minutes. So thanks so much for taking the time, Lucas. We really appreciate it. And we know you're a season ticket holder, so we'll see you at the matches this year.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, Andrew. So I felt like the interview went well. It's pretty interesting to me just to kind of get a little behind the curtain peek sometimes. And although I probably would be in the medical tent most of the time if I tried to do open tryouts, it's nice to see that there are some fans out there that are doing that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a small part of me that would have loved to go through that, but my milk expired a long time ago.
So, kind of moving down the list, Andrew, we had a signing, Belmar Joseph, a 20-year-old Haitian midfielder on loan from the Super Swiss League club FC Sion. You want to tell us a little bit about the scouting report?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's a ton of info out there, but like you said, he's 20, he's big, he's about 6'2". He had a pretty distinguished career at Villanova. He played, I think, 2 seasons there. He has, I think, 6 caps for the Haitian national team, and then also another 6 for their I think it's their under 20 or under 19 squad. So he's got some international experience. Can't teach size. And from what I've seen out there with scouting reports and stuff, he's pretty highly regarded. And so when you're 20 and you're in the Swiss Super League, that's definitely a jump or two above us.
For sure.
So he's here on loan, clearly here to get some experience and kind of hone his skill. So I think that he'll get plenty of playing time. They didn't bring him in on loan just to sit on the bench is my assessment of that.
Yeah, definitely. And he's one, so as I grow in my knowledge of the beautiful game, I find that New Jersey is a hotbed for young, talented soccer. I've heard it say it's like soccer in New Jersey is like high school football in Texas.
Right.
It's a big deal. And so Belmar comes from there. And so I'll be excited to see kind of what he can do to contribute and grow his game while he's here with us on loan in Monterey Bay.
Yeah, he definitely seems like passing is a forte. So when you're big and you're a good passer, typically good things tend to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And now he's 20 years old biologically, but Andrew, can you talk to us about his soccer age a little bit?
Sure, kind of our infamous soccer age that we've developed. It's a Union Report exclusive. But
That's right.
I think that when you take into account his collegiate career, he has just a little bit of experience in the Swiss Super League, and then his caps for Haiti. I think his experience is going to veer a little bit towards the older side. So his soccer age is probably closer to like maybe 23, 24, something like that.
Okay.
He definitely doesn't have a ton of pro experience, but he's got a lot of international experience, and that's really an amazing thing to have for a young player.
Definitely. So excited about that. It seems like a really good kid. And so shifting gears, there was some big news delivered yesterday from the club, and that was a partnership with Pachuca. They are a legendary academy system in Mexico. If you look at their crest, they have...
I believe they were the first professional team in Mexico.
Could be.
I believe that's what I read.
Yeah.
They date back to the 19th century, though.
Yes, I did see that as well. And their academy is, I mean, they've produced, I mean, if you know football, you know Chucky Lozano. And so that's just one of the guys that has come out of that academy, as well as, let's see, he was at PSV Eindhoven, and then also Napoli. That's where I remember him best from. And then also Hector Herrera, who was at Porto and Atletico Madrid. So they definitely have a pedigree there. Can you talk a little bit about your excitement of the announcement?
Yeah, I mean, I followed the Liga MEX a little bit, but not too much. And so when I heard the news, I needed to definitely go online and kind of get my hands into it a little bit. Pachuca, from what I can tell, really has the reputation of being the best developmental system in Mexico in the Liga. So they've got that going for them. They've got a great history, like you were saying, and they've won a number of titles and cups and that sort of thing. So they also have the results to back that up. It sounds like it's going to be a two-way partnership. We don't really know what that's going to look like yet, but I'm assuming we're going to talk maybe about loans, possibly some transfers. I don't know if that means primarily younger players. Will Pachuca have older players that are coming back from injury come up for a few games to rehab, like
rehab
kind of
stint.
kind of like minor league baseball? I don't know.
That's possible.
But it does not hurt to have a partner in the game like this, and especially one that has this kind of oomph behind them.
Yeah, definitely. And so I had posted yesterday, because I remember clearly a couple of years ago, it was January 19th of 2024 is when they announced the initial conversation with Pachuca. And so 2 years to the day it took to kind of get this partnership fleshed out and signed. And so tons of excitement. Obviously, good things aren't always like instant. They tend to take a little time. And so I'm very excited to see how this goes. And so we talked a little bit about the general excitement. Now, scouting, that's one of the things that was put out by the club, was like, hey, this is not only development, but scouting. How does that open things up for Monterey Bay?
The way I look at it is, if you have someone willing to share their resources with you, especially at a higher level league like Liga MEX, you go for it, and that's what they did. I mean, it's like if you're trying to bake a cake and you don't have sugar, but your neighbor does, bring it on over. We're going to use it. So I think it's really awesome that they have that potential to exchange and utilize resources that belong to the other. And I think that this could be like a real game changer, particularly for Monterey Bay. But it's going to be a two-sided relationship. Obviously, Pachuca didn't just do this out of the goodness of their heart.
Right.
There's going to be give and take there, but I think that there's enough unique resources coming out of both sides that it should be really interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, definitely. And so just kind of thinking, one of the things they expressly stated was that they're looking for Mexican American players that could be Mexicans, I guess, Americans, or Mexican Americans, and developing a pathway to the pro game. And so obviously Pachuca extends their reach by coming up into Central California. Like we highlighted a few weeks ago, you have teams that, like one state, Everett Alvarez, and there's a wealth of talent here that I'm sure they're hoping to get their hands on, maybe develop them a little, send them up here for some seasoning, and then head back to go up to the MEX. And so
and I think you're also seeing, in my opinion, an extension of what Oliver Weiss, our chairman, is best known for. Is he's a relationship maker.
Yeah.
Bringing Belmar Joseph from the Swiss Super League. Well, Weiss is Swiss.
Yeah.
It could be a coincidence, but he really has a reputation for building partnerships and relationships across the globe.
Right.
And I think this is just another example of that. So I think that we're seeing the fruits of his labor. He's clearly had a very busy off season, bringing in a number of new players. He's making these relationships. He's finding new resources for the club. So it'll be really interesting to see how it all kind of comes together.
Definitely. And so the next thing, because I dropped my paper, I'm looking at yours. We talked about everything: creating the pathway to the pro game, emphasis on Mexican American players, scouting and player development. I think all in all, this is such a huge benefit. I could be naive, but I feel like Monterey Bay probably gets the best part of this deal, just being the smaller club and working with an established, long-standing club with the pedigree that Pachuca has. But they would not have signed the deal, as you alluded to, if they were not getting anything out of it. So
Yeah, and this is complete speculation, but one of those things could possibly be like the right of first refusal as young players come along. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we've got this striker. You just saw him score 12 goals.
in one game,
Right, in one game. This is the purchase price. This is the transfer price. We're contractually obligated to offer first, so they don't have to. Who knows? Maybe that's
Yeah.
the case. Maybe that's not. But that could certainly be a benefit.
yeah, definitely.
Like a pipeline for Pachuca to get like eyes on talent before anyone else has the ability to jump in.
Yeah. And so, super excited. Good job, club. We are excited about that news. And then, one cherry on top from the whole thing is that Monterey Bay FC, in conjunction with the announcement of the partnership with Pachuca, announced we will have our very first ever international friendly against Pachuca on February 28th, 7 p.m. at Cardinale Stadium. Literally, like, even talking about it, like, increases my heart rate. Andrew, how excited are you?
Oh man, we're pumped. I mean, we've been talking about getting a friendly here for a few years
Yeah.
now. We see teams like Louisville that seem to have like 3 or 4 a year.
Yeah.
And this is our first, so it's been a long time coming, but really pumped. The tickets, so season ticket holders, this is not part of the season ticket package. So if anyone wants to go, you do have to purchase separately. I think Chris, you said there is a discount for season ticket holders,
Yeah.
but run, don't walk. They
Yeah.
are available now. Go to the team website, call the team, go to the ticket office. Get these tickets because I have a feeling they're going to go super fast. This is like, we haven't seen anything like this in this area ever. So.
Yeah, I have, ever since the announcement, my imagination went wild. I can see this potentially being bigger than the LAFC game,
Yeah.
just based on the pedigree of the opponent. And I would absolutely be calling your season ticket rep right now. Well, watch the rest of this episode and then call.
Yes.
We need that view time to go up. But no, definitely call and get those taken care of right now. And then, man, I don't know what to expect. I'm expecting a very full house.
I'm expecting a full house. Obviously, it's kind of like it's going to be sort of a dress rehearsal because MBFC, their season opener is a week later, the 7th, when they host Oakland. So this is really the dress rehearsal. Something I'm likely expecting to play is, since this is a friendly, I don't think that they're going to be players like swinging on each other or anything like that. But Liga is definitely known for its
Yeah, I was
physical
going to
style
say,
of
have
play.
you seen the Emmy Ekis?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
they almost need boxing gloves, man.
Right.
They play a tough, physical brand of football south of the border.
Right. So I'm not expecting Pachuca players to just jog around. I think that MBFC, our guys are going to see some physical play. I'm sure that they'll pump the brakes a little bit just because no one wants to get hurt prior to
Yeah.
the start of the season, but it'll be a little bit of a different brand. I mean, obviously USL Championship has physical play as well, but down there, I think that it's ratcheted up a notch or 3.
Yeah, definitely. And so, wow, I'm almost lost for words. I think that if you follow the schedules, so the Emmy Ekis right now is kind of at the end of their season, whereas Monterey Bay will be at the beginning of their season. And so you're going to get a pretty polished, all the bugs worked out Pachuca squad up here in February versus all the bugs.
And I'm
Monterey
assuming,
Bay.
could be wrong, but I'm assuming that they'll be lax on the substitution rules. So we'll
Yeah.
probably see a lot of players, maybe even like wholesale changes from half to half. Again, it'll be a great opportunity to really get eyes on the whole squad in all likelihood.
Yeah, definitely. And so, I mean, expectation. Do you have a final score, like prediction, Andrew Martin?
I do not, because we're still missing like
Yeah.
40% of our roster, so can't make any predictions. I think that it will be a good showing on both sides. I think that this has been really a landmark moment, not only just for MBFC, but it's a really good moment for Pachuca as well. And I think all sides involved are going to want to show out and
Yeah.
show up. I don't know about a final score, but I think it'll be a fun match to say the least.
Yeah, I think my hope is that we get the turnout that I know that Cardinale Stadium can produce. Seeing that there's so many Liga MX fans in the area, I mean, there's literally like officially recognized like Club America chapters like in the 831. They're some of those guys, I know they're hungry to see some MX talent right here on the Central Coast, and so I literally can't wait. Have you already? I know the answer to this, but for television's sake, Andrew, have you already gotten your tickets to the match?
Yes, of course I have.
And I have too, so I made sure to take care of that beforehand. So super exciting news. New players coming in.
Yeah. February 28th, 7 p.m. is the friendly. 1 week later, home opener here at Cardinale against the Oakland Roots. All of those tickets, go to the club, go to the website, go to the ticket office, get them. Show up, be there.
Yes. I feel like this is a dawning of a new era, and we got to show how we do things in the 831. I know the supporter groups I guarantee they're just ramping up like nothing else right now, just getting ready for this 2026 campaign.
Yep.
And man, I could not be more excited, Andrew. And so that's everything on the list.
Would you like to crumple and throw it?
I think I will. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Union Report, and we'll see you guys next time.